watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. Several hundred protesters gathered in Public Square Wednesday afternoon to demonstrate against the death of George Floyd in Wilkes-Barre. WYLN's Phil Kaufman has more.
Protests continue across the country after the killing of George Floyd. In Wilkes-Barre, protesters organized in Public Square marched around the square before returning to the center to listen to several speakers.
We are done asking, we are done begging, and we are done dying! We are done!
Protest organizer Kaylee McNeil and Winter Jenkins said they put the event together so that people could express their feelings about the ordeal. Jenkins said she was motivated to organize the event by seeing the video of Floyd being suffocated by an officer's knee on his neck.
It's important to all of us that we get our message out, and just to remember that it is supposed to remain peaceful, but at the same time we need to be heard and we will not be silenced.
The event Wednesday, like several others previously in Wilkes-Barre, was peaceful. At one point, Wilkes-Barre Mayor George Brown and Police Chief Joseph Coffey stepped into the center of the crowd and took a knee to show solidarity with the protesters.
You belong here, we want you here, we want you to protest, and we want you to exercise your right.
On Wednesday, prosecutors upgraded the charges against Derek Chauvin, whose caught-on-video treatment of the handcuffed Floyd spurred worldwide protests. 3 other officers were also charged Wednesday with aiding and abetting second-degree murder. All 4 were fired last week.
It means so much because we're not alone, which means we're one step closer to fixing the problem. This is not a trend. This is not just something that we're doing. This is our lives at stake.
Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Philip Kaufman.
Thank you, Phil. WYLN's proud to announce that we'll be bringing you Hazleton area's rescheduled Class of 2020 Graduate Parade live. The broadcast will now start at 1 p.m. on Sunday, June 21st. Superintendent Brian Uplinger has credited the parade's postponement to circumstances beyond their control. The 2020 class will proceed via their motor vehicles from the Hazleton Area High School and make their way through parts of West Hazleton and Hazel Township. The school district worked with both the City of Hazleton and Borough of West Hazleton to provide this 2020 graduate class tribute. So, tune in this Father's Day at 1 to watch these grads celebrate their special milestone right here on WYLN TV. Pennsylvania will soon be moving out of the red phase. Governor Tom Wolf and Secretary of Health Dr. Rachel Levine signed an amended yellow phase order today to include 10 counties that'll be moving into the yellow phase tomorrow. Those counties include Lackawanna, Lehigh, and Philadelphia. 16 counties will also be moving into the green, which include Lycoming, Clinton, and Allegheny. As of tomorrow, 0 counties across the state will be in the red phase. The Pennsylvania Department of Education released preliminary guidelines yesterday for reopening schools July 1st. Now, schools must come up with plans to implement social distancing while keeping both students and faculty safe. However, the Hazleton Area School District's been facing pre-pandemic problems when it comes to accommodating its large student population. Money was spent over the years to convert swimming pools and libraries into classroom space. School officials were set to meet today to name a pandemic coordinator and come up with health and safety plans. Things like transportation are expected to be costly, since students must be separated. The Secretary of Education said COVID-19 costs incurred by schools are allowable expenses through the Federal CARES Act. More than 26,000 down and less than 14,000 to go as Tuesday's total mail-in ballot count continues in Luzerne County. The county received nearly 40,000 mail-in ballots for the pandemic primary. By the end of Wednesday's ballot counting operation, over half have been counted. This is the first year voting Pennsylvanians could request a no-excuse mail-in ballot up to 1 week prior to an election. County and state election officials deemed voting by mail the safest way to vote, in light of fears over the coronavirus. We'll continue to update you with these results as the final count rolls in. A Republican candidate racing for the 8th Congressional District seat declared victory after Tuesday's primary. Jim Bognett of Hazel Township leads the votes over Ted Daniels, Mike Marsicano, Harry Haas, Mike Camisa, and Earl Granville. Bognett finished with 13,939 votes. Through Luzerne, though, Luzerne and Monroe counties continue to count thousands of mail-in ballots. Haas and Daniels have already conceded. If Bognett keeps his lead, the 45-year-old will face incumbent Democratic Congressman Matt Cartwright of Moosic, who's currently serving his fourth two-year term. The 8th congressional districts comprised of all of Lackawanna, Wayne, and Pike counties, as well as parts of Monroe and Luzerne counties. A Facebook post causing several Wilkes-Barre Township stores to close up early Tuesday night is currently under investigation. The Luzerne County District Attorney, Stephanie Salavantis, said law enforcement takes all threats seriously and that the matter's under investigation to see what, if any, charges can be filed. The post claimed Walmart would be looted at 8 p.m. Tuesday. This forced the store to take precautionary measures by closing up early, with other surrounding businesses following suit. Police patrolled the area, but no protesters ever showed up. The Hazleton Police Department will hire additional officers after the city received over $1 million in funding. Congressman Matt Cartwright announced a $1,342,497 grant yesterday from the DOJ's COPS hiring program. The city currently has 41 officers, and the money will allow the force to hire 5 more full-time. City Council amended the rules so police force applicants could apply at the age of 20. Mayor Jeff Cassatt hopes that civil testing begins by August and that the additional officers could be hired by the city by the end of the year. Over 30 charges were filed against a man from West Wyoming after he led police on a high-speed pursuit through Foster Township. 28-year-old Jeremy Johnson was spotted by state troopers near the Freeland Public Park Monday night riding his ATV. He took off speeding when he saw them, leading police on a 3-minute pursuit, driving into a police vehicle twice. He overturned shortly after that at St. Mary's Road on Route 940 and fled on foot into the woods. He was eventually apprehended after resisting arrest, which is when police found both drug paraphernalia and suspected marijuana in his possession. Johnson faces aggravated assault, flight to avoid apprehension, and fleeing or attempting to elude police, among other charges. He posted his $3,000 bail through a bondsman. A shooting suspect from Wilkes-Barre was found by the Scranton Police Department's Street Crimes Unit. Surveillance was conducted on a vehicle allegedly used in a recent shooting. Officers stopped the vehicle that was seen leaving Valley View Terrace, being driven by 23-year-old Tyrick Curtis Friday. A semi-automatic handgun was then found inside the vehicle. Friday was charged with persons not to possess a firearm and possession of marijuana and drug paraphernalia. He's currently behind bars at Lackawanna County Prison. Coming up on Wyln News, an update on how Dr. Dagenhart's office is handling the pandemic. Plus, home rule charter passed in Mahanoy City by a hair. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Lorelai, and I'm 7 years old, and tomorrow it's going great.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-through lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown the Hometown Village Square.
WYLN TV 35 and the Lehigh Valley Health Network are recognizing our area's everyday heroes Thursdays on the WYLN News Facebook page. Every single person, young or old, has the potential to be an everyday hero through simple acts of courage, kindness, and love. So don't delay, spread the word, and nominate your everyday hero by sending us a picture and short message at our website or through our Facebook page at facebook.com/WYLN News. Let's shine some light on our everyday heroes.
The transition from red to yellow has been stressful for not only businesses, but can be rough on you and your body. Chiropractors continue to ensure their patients still get their much-needed adjustments. But really, things haven't changed much around the office at Dagenhart Chiropractic in Hazleton. They're still taking the same health and safety precautions as before, like wiping everything down in between patients, including door handles, seats, tables, and etc. Everyone even gets their own pen to use, so that nothing's transferred that way. One change, however, still remains in place.
Massage therapy, unfortunately, is still not allowed to be open. So until we hit green, our girls cannot come back to work. But we're still also keeping that safe distance, that social distance between patients. Not so many people in the waiting room, same thing. One in, one out type of deal. We have patients that now call us in the car. So at this point, people know when they come to the office, if they feel uncomfortable, they can call us and make sure that a room's directly open for them.
When it comes to adjusting to the new normal, Dr. Stacy Sando thinks at this point, people seem more comfortable with the current virus mitigation protocols in place, like having to wear masks while out in public. But boy, do some miss that facial freedom.
I think some are getting a little tired of wearing them as well. You know, it's a little cumbersome, it hurts the ears. I do feel like people are still precautious. They are venturing out a little bit more with those precautions, which it's nice. I think after so long being in the house and, you know, not going to the stores or not, you know, even going to your doctor's appointments, it's nice to be out and do that kind of activity. So we are seeing an influx of patients, but we're still able to maintain that same appointment distance.
But wait, if people aren't going out as much as when they did pre-pandemic, why are chiropractors seeing that influx of patients right now?
So that's a good question. A lot of times when we are in a sedentary lifestyle, and then we pick up our activity and say, you know, we're in yellow so I can go for that walk. That's great. We encourage as chiropractors to walk and to exercise and to get out and about. But to go from nothing to something is usually difficult on the body. So it's important to take your baby steps. You know, don't go for a 5-mile hike, but you know, go for a walk around the track at the high school, or just go in the backyard or go around your block for a nice walk. Get out and get moving, get the muscles warmed up.
Don't forget, hydration is key. And since Dr. Stacy's a big fan of stretching, consider taking a little bit of time before heading out and about to squeeze in some stretches. And oh yeah, if you consider yourself a one-trip wonder,
and if you go to Walmart and you decide to go grocery shopping, I see this all the time, do not put all your grocery bags on your arm and dash out of the store. You know, keep them in the cart and put them in one at a time.
Be sure to catch Dr. Stacy and Dr. John this Monday at 11 a.m. for their latest episode of Let's Talk Chiropractic, right here on WYLN TV. You can also call their office at 570-454-2474 to make an appointment for that much-needed adjustment to your life. Votes came down to the wire Tuesday, but Mahanoy City will now officially fall under a home rule charter come January. The charter sets up the government structure while outlining both its authority and limitations. Under a home rule charter, the authority over municipal matters is transferred from state laws or municipal codes to a local charter that's drafted, adopted, and amended by voters, meaning that starting next year, Mahanoy City has the power to do anything not specifically denied by the state constitution, the General Assembly, or the charter itself. Local control gives municipal government the power to both craft ordinances and make decisions based on local needs, rather than through a one-size-fits-all state code decided by state legislatures. $50 million in direct financial relief is in the works for fire and emergency medical service companies negatively impacted by the COVID-19 outbreak. Of the $50 million set aside for this new program, $44 million will be made available to fire and rescue companies, while the remaining $6 million will go to EMS. The legislation took effect immediately, and now the Office of State Fire Commissioner must establish grant application, review, and disbursement protocols for those funds. Geisinger announced an update to its in-person visitation policies for hospitalized patients. 1 visitor is allowed for patients undergoing surgery, who are medically unstable, and delivering mothers. Patients at the end of life can have 2 visitors. Approved individuals must be 18 or older and in good health, have no COVID-19 symptoms, complete a health screening upon arrival, wear a mask, and respect social distancing guidelines. Geisinger does encourage everyone to use alternative ways of interacting like phone calls, FaceTime, Skype, or by other means when possible. Coming up on Mountaintops News Choice, find out how you can support the Luzerne County SPCA today in Community and You. Plus, new guidelines for getting your teeth checked out. Stay with us.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet trap and sporting clay fields are professionally designed and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-455-4251 extension 1378 for more information. Looking for information on the coronavirus pandemic? Make sure it's from a reliable source. Go to WYLNTV.com and click on the Lehigh Valley Health Network banner for the real facts about the coronavirus pandemic. And watch WYLN News live at 5:30 for updates on this ongoing crisis. The source matters now more than ever. WYLN, we're your local network.
This week, the Luzerne County SPCA talks about ways that you can help support them and all of the animals that are cared for on a daily basis.
We live and die by the foundation of our organization is the generosity of this community. Without their kindness and support, we can't do the good work we do in our community.
There are numerous ways for people to become involved.
Our wish list is available on our website where materials and other necessary cleaning supplies and things of that nature can be donated. We have volunteer opportunities that support the organization and directly support the animals in our care. And just going to our website and their treasure, in the form of a financial contribution is always extremely welcomed, appreciated, and supports the organization in a major way.
Topping the SPCA's wish list are blankets and sheets. Many other items are also needed to keep the shelter in tip-top shape. Bleach
is also a commodity that we need and use quite extensively throughout the shelter for sterilization. The organization is getting ready to move into what we refer to as kitten season, and it's typically in April through October where our kitten population will explode. Kitten food, litter, things of that nature are always in great need over that particular time frame. We do have a wish list on our website that sort of goes through some of our top needed commodities that the organization could use. So it is available there if people are interested. We often speak about time, talent, and treasure, and time in the form of volunteerism, talent in the form of something very specific like what you're able to do for us today as far as getting the word out via television, and treasure in the form of financial contributions are truly the lifeblood of the organization and what everything builds the foundation from.
Medical care is also key in keeping the animals healthy, safe, and happy.
We have a staff veterinarian that is on site. We have a clinic in the back that can handle surgeries from a simple spay-neuter surgery to, unfortunately, an amputee or other more major surgery. We also have veterinarians in our community that are very generous with their time with our organization. If we find ourselves in an emergency situation, our community is very fortunate to have NVRH, which is down in Plains, which is an emergency 24-hour clinic that we collaborate and partner with to service animals if we are not open at the time.
To check out the shelter's wish list, or if you're thinking about volunteering or making a monetary donation, you can visit spcaluzerncounty.org or call them at 570-825-4111. Join us next week when we'll discuss a low-cost spay and neuter program for cats.
Life is different, but it hasn't stopped. So when curiosity turns into a rash, an LVHN video visit is just a click away. No matter what you need, whether it's a phone call with a primary care provider or a specialist, or you just need advice on your health, we have a virtual care option that's right for you. And the best part? You'll always be seen by a Lehigh Valley Health Network provider. Visit lvhn.org/virtual to learn more.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about visiting a restaurant that has a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we'll be featuring on our show. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Jeff Bonomo and his co-host, Alan Giannetti, welcome you into the world of craft beer, great wine, and good food. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops.
From the bottom of our hearts, the WYLN TV 35 family would like to say thank you to all essential workers for your service to our community and for keeping us safe.
The State Department of Health issued an update Wednesday to its reopening guidance for dental health care, allowing non-emergency dental care like routine care. Dental providers should follow CDC protocols for all procedures to ensure they have enough PPE and supplies to support their patient volume. All patients should be screened for COVID-19 symptoms before arriving at the practice and continue to maintain their social distance from others. 511 more positive COVID-19 cases popped up statewide, bringing the total up to 73,405. Luzerne County saw 16 new cases, while Schuylkill County added 3, and Carbon County saw a drop of 2. The Crestwood Area School District announced its summer meal program to provide breakfasts and lunches to students. 3 locations were set up to distribute the summer meals beginning June 15th. 5 days worth of breakfasts and lunches will be handed out at Crestwood's secondary campus in Wright Township, the Whitehaven Public Library, and the Slocum Township Fire Hall. The district provided over 22,000 breakfasts and 22,000 lunches since schools closed March 16th. And speaking of Crestwood, will be broadcasting their 2020 graduation live from Mountaintop. The ceremony starts at 4 p.m. with a procession parade that'll proceed down Route 309. Students will then walk across the stage to receive their diplomas. You can see all of that happening live Friday, June 12th at 4 p.m. right here on Wyln TV. That's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page or WYLNTV.com, where you'll find the real facts about COVID-19 from LVHN or who's open for business. Stay with us. Look at today's weather's next right here on Wyln TV.